What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to the channel. Today just wanted to take some time and go over the modifications that I've done to the 2021 Panigale V2. Obviously with the Panigale series Ducati, there's not a lot that really needs to be done to them. They pretty much come ready to go. I mean, it's not like you need to increase the performance or anything like that. You're already gonna have plenty of performance if it's a Panigale series. But a lot of the modifications that I've done have been aesthetics, getting rid of the Euro 5 stuff, the weird emission stuff, some of the weird like reflector requirements and things like that. So nothing crazy, but there are still a lot of things that I learned along the way that I feel like if I shared, it may help somebody out. Of course, first I'll start with Ducatis. Pretty much everybody's #1 complaint with them is the part prices are outrageous. I've definitely learned that. Also, at least, especially right now because of the ongoing COVID thing and whatnot, however way you want to put that, the lead times for parts are just outrageous. I mean, I waited months and months and months to get parts for this bike, but anyways, let's go ahead. Let's just get into it. I'll go ahead and start at the front here and talk about what I've done. Okay, so starting at the front, one of the more obvious modifications is going to be the windscreen here. It's a Puig. These are made in Spain. As you can see, it's a light smoke to it, which I thought was a cool look, but also still remained functional. It wasn't the completely smoked out windscreen, which is really hard to see out of at night. The only thing though, guys, is it is a little bit tall. I didn't realize how tall it was until after I got it. So I kind of, looking back, maybe I should have got something else, but it is what it is. I mean, it's nice that it definitely buffers a lot of the wind away from me. So functionally, it's great, but I think aesthetically, it's a little bit high for me. But oh well. As far as turn signals go, I went with the FUTURISMOTO ones. Of course, because of regulations and whatnot, these bikes come with these super goofy rear view mirrors, and the turn signals are integrated into the mirrors. So when I removed those mirrors, I didn't want to eliminate the turn signals, and I wanted something that looked clean. It didn't look aftermarket, and the FUTURISMOTO ones were kind of the way to go in my opinion. A little bit expensive, hard to get because I don't make many of them, but as you can see, it's a clean look. I'll kind of, matter of fact, I'll turn them on here. Yeah, so no hyper flash or anything like that. It's probably got some kind of capacitor in it or something to limit that, but yeah, no hyper flash or anything, just a really super clean look. Moving down, went with a OEM Ducati carbon fiber front fender. So just so you guys know, the V2, V4, V4S, etc., it's all the same front fender. So that part number is shared across the board there, but it is an OEM one. It's not a full 6 or anything like that, which I'll kind of get to in a minute. It's a matte carbon, which sometimes I like it because it's very subtle. You don't really notice it until you look at it. However, sometimes I do like the gloss, but I wanted to get OEM carbon. I've seen some of the full 6 stuff, and I know a lot of people like it. I know it's very, very popular for just bikes across the board, not just Ducatis. But at least from what I've seen, the fit is not super great with the full 6 stuff. Just from what I've seen. I haven't seen everything, but I elected to pay a little bit more and get the OEM part. And actually the gentleman that I buy most of my Ducati parts from agreed with that. He does carry full 6, but he had kind of advised that in his opinion, paying extra for the OEM carbon is the way to go. And especially on the front fender. So if you guys didn't know, there is, I think it's, yeah, there's like an ABS line. I'll try to get a photo or try to get video of it. But yeah, there's like a, barely see it. So there is an ABS line that needs to run through the fender and down into the fork area. So there's like these little, we can't see them, but there's like these little keepers in here. On the OEM fender, they're plastic keepers. On the full 6 fender for these bikes, they're actually these kind of wonky looking metal keepers, which I really don't like. I'd rather have it the same material as the original plastic one. And the OEM Ducati carbon fiber fender also has plastic keepers, just like the original plastic fender does. So, you know, that was kind of a major selling point for me. So anyways, yeah, so if we move down, went with the SATO Racing axle sliders. Aesthetically, not my favorite thing, but at the time, that's kind of what was available. And moving rearward, went with the MOTO CORSE levers. It's on both sides now, clutch and brake. They are foldable. Okay. And they're super nice quality. I know a lot of people go with TWM for the levers, which I've seen those in person. They're super nice as well. But the MOTO CORSE ones, just they're at another level. And on the V2s, there's a lot of silver on these bikes. So again, I know a lot of people like the anodized black, which that's a nice look, but I thought the silver would be a little bit different and kind of go with the overall look of the bike. Rizoma bar end mirrors, again, you can articulate them any way that you want. Super nice. Domino grips. So for me, the factory Ducati grips, they were okay, but they were like a little bit almost like sticky almost. So I don't know if something happened to mine or whatever, but went ahead and changed them out to Domino grips. Pretty common modification. For phone mount, quad lock, again, really common. Don't need to go over that too much. It does have the vibration damper. Totally happy with that. Ignition cover, this is an OEM Ducati ignition cover. So this is the same cover that'll fit on like an 1199, 959, etc. It's the same part that'll fit on a V2. So as you can see, the fit and finish is really nice. It's a super nice part. You know, it definitely costs more than the aftermarket options, but to me, the fit is just worth it. It's just a higher quality part. Gas lid, this is an AEM factory gas lid. Super nice part. Took me a while to get it in this color scheme, but I'll try to get some of the detail for you. But yeah, I mean, you can see it's got, you know, a little etching for closed, little etching for open. It's got the AEM factory etching on it as well. Totally happy with it. Super nice piece. The only thing that I'll say though is, and I did not anticipate this, when I'm going to, since it's not attached, right? So when I go to get gas, right, it's not attached anymore. So when I go to get gas, there's nowhere to kind of put the cap. So I end up having to, you know, put it down on top of the gas pump or something like that. So kind of something that I should have thought about and didn't. But yeah, I mean, not the part's fault. It's just since it's not tethered to the tank, you kind of open it up and now you don't have anywhere to put it. Again, OEM with the tank protector there. So it's just like a fake matte carbon fiber, but it does match the other OEM carbon fiber components. So again, totally happy with it. Kind of expensive for what it is. I think these are like 60 bucks or something. It's just a piece of rubber or whatever, but it is what it is. Again, OEM carbon fiber for the shock cover there. And it's got SATO Racing. It's got SATO Racing frame sliders, which I'm not, the quality's fine. I'm not super happy with the aesthetics of them, but at the time when I got this bike, that was kind of the only option out there. The Ayelas had not come out yet, or they pretty much weren't available in the US. So ended up stuck with the SATO Racing ones. At some point when I feel more comfortable, I'll probably take them off. But you know, for now, I'm still a new rider and everything. So I just feel better about having them just in case I do have a parking lot drop or something like that. But yeah, I mean, functionally they're fine, but aesthetically, I'm not super happy with the way that they look. Moving around the back, OEM for the rear seat cover. Super nice, pretty easy to find these. I did notice on these, they actually clear over the decal, which is kind of a nice detail, but it's an OEM part, so really nice quality. Really have no complaints there at all. For a tail tidy, I'm sure you folks know on a Panigale V2, it's got this super long stem for the lights as well as the license plate. This is a MOTO dynamic tail tidy. And I decided to keep the OEM lights out back just because, again, I'm kind of going for like an OEM look. I know a lot of people use the NRC tail tidy, which is okay, I guess. I guess it's better than the stock one, but it kind of, at least to me, the quality is not super great on the NRC stuff, in my opinion. And on these bikes, at least, it looks a little ricey. I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but that's just my opinion. I just do not like the way the NRC stuff looks, and I just don't like the quality. I think the MOTO dynamic quality is much better. You could see the mount itself. The mount itself is metal. The way they mounted the LED light is really nice. The way they integrate the factory turn signals is really nice too. It just gives it a nice clean OEM look. It doesn't stick out to you like the NRC one does and some of the other options out there do. Rear hugger, same thing, kind of same theme here. OEM carbon fiber, so factory Ducati part there. Went right on, perfect fit. And then of course, what kind of the highlight of the bike, it's got an Austin Racing titanium exhaust. I do have videos with this exhaust, so if you guys want more detail on it, want to know a little bit better about how it sounds and stuff like that, you could check those videos out. But totally happy with this exhaust. Super light. It's about 4 pounds, a little bit less. Fit was great. Long lead time, just like everything else for these bikes. But yeah, totally happy with it. And to go with it, it's actually got a BRENTUNE as well. For those that don't know, BRENTUNE, all it is just a flash tuner device. So when you put your order in, they'll specify the type of bike and they'll ask you what kind of plug you have and all that. They'll send you the device itself, the actual tuner. It'll come with all the cables that you need, everything that you need other than the laptop. It's got really clear directions. It has a video tutorial as well. And what you'll do is you'll actually download the stock tune from the bike. You'll save it on your computer and you'll actually send a file of it to BRENTUNE as well. So they will save a copy for you also. Once you do that, they'll send you back the tune to upload onto the bike. You'll take that tune from your computer, put it into the flash tuner, take that flash tuner, plug it into the bike, and then go ahead and upload it, and then you are done. So it kind of sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. You just download your stock tune, send it to BRENTUNE. BRENTUNE sends you back their tune, and you upload it in the bike. That's the short of it. Now for me, I actually had an issue with my BRENTUNE. The file wouldn't upload to the bike. So the aftermarket file wouldn't upload to the bike. Took a screenshot of the error, told BRENTUNE what was going on. They were super great about it. I think they had it all fixed within a day. I think the gentleman's name was Josh, I believe. And he told me what was going on, explained what was happening. He said he needed to make some changes to the file. There wasn't anything that I did. And once he made the change that he needed to change, everything uploaded fine, and now I'm totally happy with it. So for me, I think even if you're not changing the exhaust, you're not changing the air filter or anything, it's still worth it to get the bike flashed, especially if it's Euro 5. So now, the bike, it runs way better, definitely more power now, but more importantly, it's much smoother. The power band, so when you're not testing the performance of the bike, you're just trying to get on the freeway, just trying to accelerate, the acceleration is really smooth now. The power is really linear. The bike it seems so much happier, and maybe some of that's from the exhaust as well, but I believe that most of it is from the tune. And if you do some research online, you'll find the same. But yeah, anyways, guys, so that's kind of where I'm at with the Panigale V2 so far. Try to keep it really clean. Didn't want to do anything real gaudy. As you can see, a lot of OEM parts were used. They do cost a little bit more than full six, for example. I know Ilmberger is supposed to be really good as well. I have not seen any Ilmberger in person yet, so I can't really comment on it, but I have seen full six, and this is just me personally. From what I have seen, the fit is not very good on full six stuff. Just some little things like I was telling you in the beginning of the video about the ABS line. For the front fender on these bikes, they use like these metal clips. It's just nothing like the OEM version. I mean, obviously a lot of people have those fenders, so they're probably okay, but it's not something that I would want on my bike. Just my opinion, even though it's nice that full six has, they have options for gloss, matte, they have twill weave. They have a lot more aesthetic designs as opposed to OEM. OEM is going to be standard weave with like a matte finish. That's it. But yeah, try to keep it super clean. Try to only buy really high quality parts. Just pay a little extra, get something nice, get something that I'm happy with. The only thing that I'm kind of not happy with is the frame sliders. I wish aesthetically they looked a little bit better. Axle sliders, same thing. And the windscreen, sometimes I think it's a little bit high, but yeah, I mean, other than that, everything else I've been super happy with. The AEM factory parts are super nice. MOTO CORSE parts, super nice. So anyways, guys, there's more modifications to come, nothing too crazy. I'm thinking about maybe getting some V4R Marcassini wheels for it. Maybe get like an Olin steering dampener. They have a nice like anodized black one available now that's adjustable. May get AEM rear sets. So nothing outrageous or anything like that, but that's kind of what I've got planned. But anyways, guys, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. If you feel like these videos are helping you, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out here. And you guys have a good one. Thank you.